Good morning, Professor Alejandro. In this class, we're gonna see the workshop 7 is talk about the full vehicle step steer analysis and a yaw rate. In this graphic, we'll have to analyze the yaw rate is degrees per second and time per second, time in seconds. In this graphic, we have to see the rigid step, the rigid body, and the flexible body, and we have to count the steps. In this graphic, we have to see the line of the flexible body is have more yaw rate than the other, that is the rigid body. Then we have to analyze the questions. And the first is how forces on suspension affects the chassis system. We have to read a little of my text. The forces on the suspension affects directly to the chassis system, because if the vehicle passes for a wild side and the suspension not have a regular maintenance, the chassis will suffer all the forces against it. This will say if the suspension is not good or is not in a well maintained, the cabin or the chassis or all the components of the chassis, the engine, the transmission, will suffer all the damage that the suspension will prevent this damage. Now next we have to read the second question. Is what are the requirements of bodies for various types of vehicles? The requirements are the cabin have to be lightness to avoid damage. I have to say the cabin have to be not heavy for the chassis. If it's more heavy, we have to do the chassis of the more resistant material. The second point is have to be aerodynamic to avoid the air resistance. Is good explain. Low distribution in equal parts is we have to say all the forces and the gravity forces have to be concentrated in similar points of the chassis. Design and shape of the vehicle good for the clients. Manufacturing and process, cheap and automatic. And the vibrational resistance. We have to analyze the vibrational resistance to avoid damage in the principal components of the chassis. That are the engine, the transmission, and it will suffer a lot of damage if we don't do this analysis. The third question is list out the various components of chassis and explain it. We have a list, and we have the first, that is the most considered important, is the structure. Its frame or structure is considered the principal and structure and more important of the vehicle. On it are installed the components that will be safe. The second point is the suspension system. It's a set of elements that absorb all the irregularities of the terrain. The steering system is a set of mechanisms whose purpose is guide the front wheels to direct the way of the vehicle. And the brake system has the function of brake when the vehicle goes on. The engine is the principal component of the vehicle. It will provide the RPMs to the transmission, and then we have to distribute this power to the rear wheels. And the transmission receives the power from the engine, and throw gears can change the output and regular the output to change the velocities of or the torque. The differential is allows that wheels go in different velocities when the vehicle take a curve. Then that's all. In this, we have a conclusion that is the chassis is totally important than the other components of the vehicle, because it's the structure of the vehicle and have to resist a lot of a lot of a lot of a lot of hits, a lot of things.